Hello everybody and welcome to the 22nd episode of the Pentagon Challenge. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or any other religious holiday. And I'm back to bring more FM16 content to you after taking the 2 key days off. But now we're going to play Bloemfontein Celtic at their grounds, the Free State Stadium. And we beat them 4-0, of course, last time. And we need to do that again if we're going to make our dreams come true. But so far everything is going very much according to plan. We have 30 points and that's good enough for 6th position by quite some distance. The likes of the Kaiser Chiefs, I can only dream of being that close to us. But Bloemfontein Celtic have improved their form recently. They're no longer in the relegation playoff position. But if we want to survive the drop, then the target set by last year was 29 points and we've beaten that. And then the year before, IXCT only managed 30 points. So a win today and you'd almost think theoretically we'll be safe from relegation, which is absolutely outstanding. But you just look at the likes of Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, they're not a million miles away from us and we could still push on and have a season to remember. It'll be historical for this club to say the least. But how did we get to this stage? Let's take a look. So we last met, of course, in this 5-1 jubbing of Supersport United. But yet again, the team picked themselves up, dusted themselves down and got some great results, starting with the last game for the winter break, which was a 2-1 win against Maritzburg United. Nigchepe Nigidi scored a goal each, but was in Nidlavu's creativity, which got a man of the match. A vital win against Platinum Stars was earned at the Bafokeng Sports Palace. Ricardo Skippers got us off to the perfect start. Then Bakar Balde negated that equaliser from Rogers and we won the game. Against the bottom side Tux, we were made to work hard for it, but despite a man of the match performance from the goalkeeper, we were able to keep them out. And our single goal was good enough to win the game, but sadly Malachi has a sprained ankle, so he'll be out of action for another few weeks. Our most recent game was at home against Chipper United, a team that are under great pressure, but they withstood their recent bad form and got the win. Their keeper was man of the match this time, so I can't really complain too much. I felt we were too lackadaisical in front of goal, and maybe a draw would have been the fair result, but we gave away the goal late on. One of their substitutes managed to get it and our guys just weren't on the best of form that day. So if we rebound against Bloemfontein Celtic, then we should set the template for a great second half to the season. We have the Black Aces away from home in the first round of the FA Cup, but then that'll be sandwiched in between a very important week with Free State Stars and the Kaiser Chiefs. We don't want to get drubbed by them again. And then pretty much the season is basically the same as it was before, with the likes of IXCT, the Bidfest Vits. We play them as well in quick order and so on and so forth. But just one thing I might want to show you is the stages, see how that compares to what we've had. So the first period belonged to Supersport United. We were the 5th best team in that one. In the second period we are the 4th best team, and now we're in the middle of the third period, I'd say, yeah, and it's only just gotten started. But Supersport United and Maritzburg are already doing very well. So I'm excited to see how we can build upon that and try and make sure once and for all that we can't be relegated. It's still a long way to go this season, but we've won a lot more games than the likes of Platinum Stars and Bloemfontein. But if we check out their form, as I said, they are getting a little bit better, but they're not a good enough team, judging by how much they've lost. So let's take a look at my team before we get going. You could see in the bottom, Matiswa has agreed a new contract with a rival club. My debts are really bringing down my wage budget, so unfortunately anybody whose contract is expiring will be vulnerable to a transfer. Shabalala rejected the chance to move, but Matiswa, who's been a great servant, he's getting on now, and I think it's fair enough that it's time to go our separate ways. But he'll be playing as often as possible between now and the end of the season. So let's hurry along and get into this match screen. And Bloemfontein Celtic will certainly fancy themselves. They need points wherever they can get them. And what else I was going to say? well, either way, we're not going to be winning the league, that's for certain. We're way too far back. But Orlando Pirates seems to be a reasonable enough target to reach, but I think the Sundowns will overtake them into third before too long. We are generally okay for injury problems, but they're going to standard 4-4-2. We have that team, as I said. It's a rotation for most of the players because we're tired from having to play every weekend and every midweek. So I have to just keep rotating everybody and check out the star ratings. Yeah, that's one very good player, another good player, and a really good player, and a very good player, but he's played slightly out of position like Matlasi Make is. So without further ado, let's set our instructions just to run at the defence and whip the ball into the box, and let's go out and impress. I've definitely been playing more FM15 over Christmas just because I was stuck waiting to record this episode and I was enjoying Christmas. So now is the day to get back into FM16 and time for the kick-off. Ignore Marius Sen's ratings. He's only just come back to the club on a full-time basis, so his ratings are sort of reset. But look how tired some of their guys are. We'll have to not fall into the trap and get mullered by a tired team this time. But either way, we have the first opportunity, nearly given an own goal there. But here's Van Gran, all alone. He goes short to Shabalala, Ngidi, Marius Sen, Sean McCarthy getting a rare chance to start. Shabalala, Ngidi, Marius Sen, McCarthy gets the shot and he's put it wide to the keeper's right. But that's a positive enough start, getting the first shot on goal. Shabalala, free kick, has been cleared and Nigele can burst down the left-hand wing, and that's deflected, and Nigele's pass was deflected to a teammate and he missed his shot. I think we want to get more fluid, maybe roam from our positions like so. But now back into the game. Ngidi finds Alcado Van Gran, he goes to Manuel and he's hit the post. It was a sweaty ball and he just needed to curl it into the back of the net and he failed to do it. That's a big disappointment for a player who's been brilliant all season. He's generally able to give assists, but today he doesn't have his scoring boots on. But here he goes again. Oh, not so good this time. He went all alone and missed the target. So he might pass into space a bit more. And there's an opportunity. Marius Sen gets back to clear. Loses the ball though. Ibrahima, Sar, Mahango, Nigeli, great save, Malambo. And Bloemfontein Celtic certainly looked more up for this game than they were when they came to Paro Park to play the Voyagers. But if we get a win here, we could go back into 5th position. Orlando Pirates, I don't know how they're doing. They're drawing 0-0, which is fair enough. Oh dear, I wasn't paying attention. That's a corner from a goal kick. And Shinego cleared by Schiller. That's another set piece for him to take, and that one's over the bar. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing all of a sudden, so let's demand more and get this opening goal. We've hit nothing on target at the minute, but here's our chance. Boxall tries to find Mathambella. He has him this time. Marius Sen, tackle from behind was clean, and Bloemfontein Celtic can now clear. Shanego taking on Muaxiana and failing to beat him, and here's Van Gran on the counter. He has to pass it. He only has one option. Marius Sen is now available, but it's McCarthy giving the ball away. Shabalala, Mathabella tries to find Sean McCarthy, but it's a throw in for Boxall to just squander, and Nigeli beats his man. Shalar gets him on the second attempt. Malambo strolling all the way out. Great pass. Manuel to Van Gran. Oh, he beats his defenders, but it's a poor shot in the end. Unlucky, but at least we're challenging the goalkeeper. Maybe it wasn't even a shot, it was a deflection. But a boring first half. At least we're not losing, but I'll just say I'm not happy. We can beat these guys if we really put our minds to it. Van Gran needs a little bit of extra motivation, as does Shabalala. And will I listen to me? Well, they are listening to me, but it's the Shabalala staying pretty neutral there, no green or red bar. It's not always a bad thing, but we may want to go back to mixed retained possession play, and we might put the ball in low, and yeah, that's all I really need to do. Maybe look at Pro Zone when we make our substitutions, but I'm content with how we're getting on. It's an even game. We just need to find a way to find the target. Maybe we'll take a look now. Oh no, I missed it, never mind. Moyoxiana throw in, finds Manuel, who won't be playing against Ajax due to the loan agreement. Here's Alcardo Van Gran, but look at this, Ibrahima, second yellow card. He will be sent off, and now it's Vasco da Gama's game to control. Let's just take a look at these shots we took in the first half overall. So I'm guessing because none have hit the target, this is ours. That's Van Gran. Oh, that's them. So Manuel hit the woodwork, of course. His shot was blocked. Van Gran here, shot blocked. And then McCarthy, you saw earlier, he put it well wide. And then Manuel from outside the box. So I think we're shooting absolutely fine, but we just need to do some more. And now I'm probably going to encourage my guys to push up a little further and pile on the pressure to the boys in green and get that all-important goal. We're on control, we're on fluid. We just need to get creative and break down the resistance of the 10 men. And we'll make a substitution in due course. We just need to find a goal though. Malambo's goal kick goes short, as I requested him to do. McCarthy, Shabalala, Nagidi, backwards. We have a little bit of a square play going. Mariusen goes low. Van Gran, Manuel, Moyoxiana goes crossfield to Shabalala. Nagidi, short ball. Good save by the keeper. I think we'll mix the crosses now. We don't need to be so rigid with the man advantage. We'll go attacking, but my substitutions will be coming up now. We're not getting a goal, so he might sacrifice Manuel. He's not having a good game, so he'll come off. We'll put Mariusen there and have a 2-striker formation this time and swap these two around. We'll make him the defensive forward support. Marumo is reasonably good poacher, so that's fine. Nikidi's having a fantastic game in the centre midfield, but Shabalala is tired, so I suppose take him off and try and rule the centre of the pitch, and then things should go our way. Boxall has a yellow card. We'll hopefully trust him not to get a red. Shabalala, speaking of yellow cards, he could get one here. No, the referee decides to be lenient, and that's a big relief. So we've made our changes. Bloemfontein Celtic have made some changes themselves, all three as a matter of fact, but I'm not too concerned. Come on, let's push. Win this game from here, guys. This isn't good enough for a team that's in the top half of the table. McCarthy clears, Marumo collects. Moyoxiana, Nagidi and Wambi all helping each other, but Wambi gives it away. Bengu, Sikhakane finds Sar. That's a through ball to Bengu. Oh, and the keeper couldn't keep it out, and unbelievably we're a goal behind. In a game we should be winning, we're a goal behind. Now, what do I do in the last 15 minutes? This is a big disaster for a team like us. Well, we'll have to play. I think getting rid of Van Gran might be the solution. Go back to 4-2-3-1 and get Nidlavu in full fitness. See if he can get a pass to a teammate and score this equaliser. This is not good. Not good in any way, shape or form. We don't deserve anything out of this game, but we should be all conquering in my opinion. So let's go route one, pump the ball into the box, and just as I look away, it's a free kick goal. Mahango has ended it there, and then it's 2-0. A brilliant brace, and maybe we'll have to rely on a miracle. Nagidi, Ayanda Nidlavu tries a cheeky through ball. It didn't pay off though, and I just presume he shot straight from the free kick and scored. This is a very bad performance. 2 losses in a row. It's bad karma really. Mariusen hits the goalkeeper straight in his hands with that shot, and we've been out muscled today. Have I been arrogant on the live com again? It's certainly a disappointing result. We could have put Bloemfontein Celtic out of their misery with a result here. They would have been well and truly in the dungeon if we had a won here. But McCarthy goes for a long distance shot and he missed. So we'll just have to shake our heads and think what the hell happened. But it could be worse. But Mario Sen tries the final Route 1 ball of the game. And bang on 92 minutes we get our consolation goal. That will not be enough to change the referee's mind, give us more time. There we go, it's 2-1. And we've somehow conspired to lose from a seemingly irresistible position. We have to criticise the players for that. It is an away loss, which shouldn't be too disappointing, but the matter of fact it is. We should have won this game, but we did not turn up. Whether my lackadaisical approach rubbed off on the players, I don't know, but that was an opportunity to go into the top 5, give or take Ajax CT's superior goal difference, but never mind, these things happen. But Bloemfontein Celtic will certainly be dreaming of survival. Platinum Stars haven't played today. Chippa United did play and they were soundly beaten, so everything is still on course. We'll have to just dust ourselves down and try and recover in the local derby, but just as I say, you need to be greedy and get wins wherever you can when you're a newly promoted side. So well played Mahango, he was brilliant today, and he could be a star for the future for them. And Kaiser Chiefs have sacked their manager, so there is a vacancy there. But if we look at the reputation of this manager, he's a big reputation, and that's not good enough for me. I have much more to do if I'm ever going to get a job like the Kaiser Chiefs, but he was sacked by the Black Aces not too long ago, so it could be a sharp decline for the Chiefs. So anyway, that'll be everything for today. As I said, I hope you're enjoying the festive period, and we'll come back possibly for the Sundowns game. We had such a brilliant game with them last time, but I'll say they'll be fighting fit, and be between them and possibly this league game against the Black Aces. I just want to get a win on camera because we've lost 3 in a row when live coming now. That's just disappointing, but it is. Bear in mind, the first time we've lost twice in a row all season. It's not an emergency. We still have good mental strength, and I expect to give IXCT a good game over the weekend. So until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.